Welcome back to the Titanium Hangar. This is Mike, and today I want to talk to you about the 01 Studio Cell wing upgrades, the Planetary ring upgrades, and it's big. It's actually bigger of an upgrade than I thought. They are bigger. I also went with the pumpkin color because I wanted to see how that color is going to look, because I'm not going to buy that figure. I wanted to see the coloration of it, and that looks pretty good too. But we're going to talk about all of this stuff, how to put these rings together, how to put them on, and how to transform them into the Planetary ring mode. All that stuff. I did get these at Show Z. You can get yours there too. I have a link down below. So let's look at this guy coming up. Alright, so here's the packaging. It's just a brown box special, and it comes packaged like this. You're going to get it just kind of like this. Nothing special. There's nothing to write home about when it comes to the packaging. And we're going to take it out and have a look at it. Okay, so right out of the box you get two sets of what you see in front of you. Two sets of this. And you've got this piece here, which connects. And then you're going to have to kind of assemble it, more or less, which kind of makes sense. So we're going to plug this into here. Plug that into here. Like so. It's a nice tight fit. And this is a much different design than kind of what we've been used to with the original one, so it's a little different. Well, it's not massively different, but I'm going to fold this down. We're going to get it into the robot mode configuration. And now in these, we're just going to plug these in, and we got to put them in a way so this little tab piece folding out, I believe, is the right way to do it. We'll find out when we get to transforming it into the planet ring mode, and then there's going to be some fun stuff with the planet ring mode. So like that. And now right here with this, we're going to probably need to make some adjustment here to it to plug it in. And I don't know, there's a lot of adjustment to it. We're going to get this plugged in and see what we can do there. Alright, so here it is with kind of a before and after. And it's really easy to see the before and after because of the different coloration. So I think this picture really does show it all. Like, you could see how much bigger these things are. Now, there's a couple of differences, and we're going to look at that, but I do have the other set that's not on, and we can kind of see the size differences between them in hand, and there are a few differences. So first of all, we can see that with this one here, there's not really any articulation down the line, but on this one here, there is some level of articulation, and I'll use this other one to kind of show that this part here moves. And the problem with that, it's a good and a bad thing, but the problem with that is it doesn't look rounded though. So you can see like this is all completely rounded, as to where this one here, it kind of is straight at the ends. Now, it's not a huge big deal, it's just something that I didn't expect. I just thought it was going to be a one-to-one, just bigger version, and it's just a completely redesigned one. Here's kind of another angle of them. So here's the original that originally came with it, and you can see the yellowerness versus the orangerness, and some other of the differences. It's even down to like the sculpting right here, and then it's different type of sculpting right here. So just interesting all around how they did it, and yeah, it's way different. Like, you have these kind of rounded nubs, and over here you don't really have those rounded nubs on it. It's much different. There's a little bitty dot, but they just done a whole different style. It is way different, like way different. I literally thought just bigger and all the details look the same, but none of the details are exactly the same. This is a whole completely different take. Alright, so here he is with all of his rings on, so both of them, and it is so much bigger, just so much bigger. And you can see the color difference. I don't know. I thought I'd like this orange better for Unicron. It's still not bad, but the yellowish color that comes with it is really not bad either. So either way, they're both kind of fine color schemes. But these have a bit of more articulation, so you have a lot more options with them. For whatever reason, if you want, you could like move them way up there like that, or you could move them all the way down. You kind of get it in like this. So there's a lot of room in there. It's kind of hard getting and adjusting it on camera, but yeah, it's quite interesting. There's quite posable. There's a lot of different orientations you can set this guy up in, and it works. It works great. It looks good. The only thing, I'm still a little bit off-put about this not being curved. It's just a straight line right there. But I think it's going to make it a lot better for the planetary ring mode, because the planetary rings are much bigger. Now, before we transform it up into the planetary ring mode, I do want to point out, you literally just pop it in and out of the socket, which now it sounds... got my hand in the way there. But they just pop right in and out, so I say it's easy. It's a nice tight fit. It feels tight, it feels right, so there's that. Let's go ahead and transform this up into the planetary ring mode. Okay, the transformation really isn't that much different. It's pretty similar. So fold these two pieces around, and getting it all on camera is tough. And then these guys here, we're going to tab them together like so. And then fold them up into the halfway point. Look at the rings. And then, not really sure about what I'm going to mess around with that. And so we've got the half circle right there for one of them. So we do the same thing to the other one. On the other side, fold those down to start forming this. Tab this together. Fold that in. Get this out. And then we have to combine them. So I'm going to try to do this to make the most sense to stay on camera. But you kind of opposite to opposite. And then slide this in here. And so there's a hole and then a double side of tab to tab it in for the ring mode. And same thing on the other side. I'm not really sure how secure this connection is going to be, so I would still be pretty careful with it. It kind of pop out. I mean, not like you're going to break it or anything. It's just going to pop out. And there's the ring mode, sort of. And I'm actually not going to use it on this guy. I'm not going to convert. I would not call what he does transform. That's converting. Anyway, I'm going to do something else with this just for fun. I'm just going to see if it works. Probably won't. Okay, so this is going to be a bit of shaky cam, but I was wondering about getting one of these kits for the HasLab Unicron to convert it into 2, and I decided this is not going to work. Yes, I know it's kind of a silly idea to maybe use these rings for the HasLab conversion, but I guess if you're going to do that, you should just buy the proper kit somebody made, or 3D print it yourself. They give you the files. But this does pretty much exactly what it says it does. It improves the rings and the diameter of the rings for your Zeta or 01 Studio cell. So that's all it was supposed to do, but it's still pretty cool. It still looks pretty good. I wanted to kind of test out that color of orange. So this is my look at the 01 Studio cell upgrade kit. Now these aren't made by the 01 Studio cell or Zeta or any of that kind of stuff. So they are different. They are completely different. They're not exactly the same like I thought they'd be. And I like them. They're pretty cool. I think they're good for what they are. They feel very high quality. They feel pretty solid. They're big. But the weird thing about it is that they have this kind of straight end. It's either going to be straight or it's going to look curved or be kind of odd. That's, I think, the worst part about it. Other than that, they work great. They do what they're supposed to do for what they do. Let me know if you're interested in these or not. I'll have a link down below at Show Z. You can get your own. Like, subscribe, Tydirium Hanger out.